Everybody. So, tonight was the WWE draft on SmackDown, and there was a lot of shockers coming out of this draft. So, Roman Reigns, no shocker here, got drafted to SmackDown. Everybody guessed it except for apparently me. I got most of this draft pick wrong. Let's just say that. Um, yeah, I got almost all of them wrong. Some are obvious, but yep, Roman gets drafted to SmackDown. Our next person, Cody, gets drafted to Raw, which is really dumb, in my opinion. Cody had to finish the story, so how was he going to finish the story now? And now they're probably going to give him the World Heavyweight Championship, and I feel like that makes Cody look really weak. I feel like giving him the championship makes him look even more weak than he seemed coming out of WrestleMania. There was a video that they posted about Cody having something because he's doing a tour in Europe. Apparently he posted or did some promo where it said, or he said, that he does not care what brand he's on. He still wants to get vengeance against Roman. Bianca Belair gets drafted to SmackDown. New SmackDown Women's Champion will be emerging on May 8th. But by the time that all of that is over, Bianca Belair, I believe, will be the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion. If she does defeat Io, which she probably will. And Becky Lynch gets drafted to Raw. You may be wondering, where's Rhea? She was not eligible to be drafted tonight. She's eligible to be drafted on Monday Night Raw. And she will be drafted to Monday Night Raw. LA Knight faced off against Pete Dunne tonight. It was actually a pretty fun match, in my opinion. It showcased the skills of two stars who we all know have huge potentials. And finally, LA Knight actually got a victory, which is something that it's been lacking for someone that's been rumored for Money in the Bank, and many hope he gets Money in the Bank. I feel like this could finally mark a small little push for him, if not growing into something even bigger. After this, we went on to round 2 of the draft, where who got the Street Profits got drafted to SmackDown. A lot of people switch brands here. There was a lot of shockers. You'll see near round 4. You know who else got drafted? Imperium to Raw. So this is another title switch between Austin Theory and Gunther. So Austin Theory going to SmackDown is very interesting. I feel like Austin Theory hasn't beaten everyone there is to beat on Raw, but it's not the same for Gunther. He's beaten everyone. SmackDown chose Edge. So I don't think he's going to be taking much longer of a little hiatus or a little thing, because apparently he's retiring soon. So obviously this might be the last time we ever see him on SmackDown, and that might have been the last time we saw him on Raw. But this was shocking. For a round 2 pick, Matt Riddle was chosen. Definitely unexpected. I guess this really shows that they're high on Matt Riddle. Definitely expecting him to be on Raw, but I didn't expect it to be a round 2 pick. But after this, we had Angelo Dawkins. Or not Angelo Dawkins. The Street Profits came out. And they were having a triple threat tag team match. And that was between the Street Profits, Braun and Ricochet, and the LWO. So obviously the Street Profits won this match. I thought it was a pretty fun match. Obviously all these teams can put on a showcase, and I thought this was a really good introduction to the Street Profits on SmackDown. So then after this, we went to round 3 where Bobby Lashley got drafted to SmackDown, which is another big shakeup. And this is definitely telling us what I was talking about in my draft video yesterday, is that Bobby Lashley versus Roman is gonna happen. Will it be at Night of Champions? Likely. If it's not at Night of Champions, I feel like it's at Money in the Bank leading up to possibly Cody versus Roman at SummerSlam. Drew McIntyre, he's not leaving. He's going to Raw. Or he's not leaving SmackDown is not what I meant. I meant he's not leaving his contract yet. He's going to Raw, and I feel like there's a reason he's going to Raw. You know why? Because the World Heavyweight Championship, that's going to Raw. He's going to be in that tournament. Do I think he's going to win? No, I don't think he's going to win. Would I want him to win? Obviously, yes. I think he should go on to Money in the Bank and win that to become World Heavyweight Champion after beating Seth sometime when he cashes in. The OC, AJ Styles, returns here, is drafted to SmackDown. Big shakeup because AJ Styles hasn't been on Raw or SmackDown since, I believe, 2020, I want to say. Been on Raw for a while. Michin's never been on SmackDown. So maybe this is finally a little push for her because she's not really amounting to anything, taking all the pins, teaming up with Candice LeRae for no reason. Another big shocker is The Miz got drafted in round 3. Did not know that WWE cared that much about The Miz. But I guess do what you want to do. Again, wasn't really expecting that. But after this, we had a short little segment where the OC came out. They were about to promote, and then the Viking Raiders music hits. They beat the crap out of the Viking Raiders. And again, like I was just saying, AJ Styles is back. So after this, or I guess, yeah, before or after this, there was a match, Zelina Vega versus Sonya Deville. I don't have any images of it, but, yeah, I have some notes about it. It was a pretty short match, and it did not make Zelina Vega look like a threat. I feel like, if anything, it made her look weaker than stronger. She just got a lucky roll-up to win. She didn't hit, Code Red, which is her finisher, and to be honest, she was taking a lot of offense in this match. Just out of nowhere, she hits a roll up and then wins. Rhea Ripley comes out, and then Zelina DDTs her. Fun little thing. You know the match is gonna be amazing though. So Damage Control is being drafted to SmackDown. Another draft pick I got wrong because I knew Bayley and Dakota, they were going to SmackDown, but I thought this was going to be the split up and Io was going to stay on Raw. So that's kind of foreshadowing something at Backlash, I feel like. But I mean, them announcing that Bianca's going to be the champion is kind of already foreshadowing it, because nothing happens until May 8th. So that's a little sad for Io. But after this, Shinsuke Nakamura gets drafted to Raw. So yeah, obviously they're high on him now, or I don't know how high they are on Shinsuke, but he came back a few weeks ago, and it looks like he's gonna get a significant push. He's definitely gonna be in that World Heavyweight Championship tournament. If he's going to Raw, definite main eventer. Is he gonna make it to Night of Champions? No, absolutely not. Um, this was one of the biggest shockers of the night, if not the biggest. ALBA, FYRE, and ISLA Dawn were drafted to SmackDown, and they're the current NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. After this, we had a little thing with Katana Chance and Kaden Carter calling them out and just being like, if you're gonna take those titles like to SmackDown, we're gonna take them back this Tuesday. Yeah, I believe that. I don't think they're gonna head to SmackDown holding up their little gold. I also split or no. I also think that coming from this, I feel like they're just gonna have like a little mutual, like little breakup thing. I don't know how long they're gonna be a tag team, but ALBA FYRE is really the true star in this group. ALBA FYRE versus Rhea Ripley would be. I really need that. And then after this, another women's champion from NXT and Indy Hartwell got drafted to Raw. She has a cast on. She has like a big boot on her leg. That ankle injury was real. For y'all don't know, she was in a main event match on Tuesday, and she did something to her ankle. I don't know if it was broken or torn or anything. But after this, we had the Undisputed Tag Team title, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens retained in this match. It was a very fast-paced match. At the beginning, non-stop action, I feel like. Super kick, like, if I counted all of those, I'd be counting for the next 20 years. It was obviously a spectacular match. I liked how there's not really any bloodline interference. Because we were coming into this thinking, oh, maybe the Usos are going to win because Night of Champions. Sami and Kevin aren't going to that. Or they're not sure they can. So added like a surprise to it. Solo like came out like near the end. But Matt Riddle jumped him before he could make it to the ring. So, yeah. But after the match, can see some cracks in the bloodline. Or not some cracks, like the bloodline is at the climax of its fall. Obviously you could there's multiple segments about Solo like taping his thumb because he was ready to like beat the F out of the Usos and stuff. But overall, I thought it was a really fun SmackDown. No, I thought it was a pretty good SmackDown. I'd give it, probably an 8 out of 10, I think. If it wasn't the draft, I feel like it would be like a 5. I feel like the draft added a lot more layers to this. Because without the draft, there'd be like no matches on this card. I guess like Zelina Vega and Undisputed title match, but like nothing truly like humongous happened. I guess we all really knew that Sami and Kevin were gonna retain. But the draft picks, SmackDown looks pretty stacked coming into Backlash, or after Backlash, I guess. But anyways, I will be covering SmackDown Lowdown tomorrow. Don't say anything. They basically said for all the people that weren't covered in the draft tonight that were eligible, they're going to be drafted on Lowdown tomorrow. So I'm going to be covering all those people being drafted because why not? Plus is valuable info that not everyone's going to be making videos on. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.